Yeah, welcome back to the Toledo branch. Looks like it's been a couple of years since I've done this, so quite a bit of work's been done. Well, not much in the last 6 months, but we're getting there. Rest of the track work is all in. Got the wood chip dump for the paper mill. Trestle in over Depot Slough. Track swings around. I got standard oil in the house track. Got some 1980s era equipment running around the layout right now. Got all the fascia in. That was one of the big steps I wanted to get accomplished. Didn't take nearly as long as I thought it would. But not only fascia, also custom fit car card boxes. And I also added in a programming track. Not much has changed actually in Toledo since the last time I did this, but my peninsula section with the canyon scene, done a lot of scenery work over there. In fact, on this side of the peninsula, about 90% of the plaster work's done. Got some work to do in the riverbed, and we'll throw in a couple more rocks to the left there. I add in a couple more sandbars. It's really give the banks a good work so that when you pour the resin in for the water, it looks halfway decent. Yeah, we'll do a little foaming for a minute. The layout's set in 1967, but my ultimate plan is to have it where I can just swap 60s era equipment for 1980s era equipment. These trestles are all scratch built using actual Southern Pacific Common Standard plans as a guide. Believe it or not, there's about 100 feet of lumber in that bridge right there. This video is also doubling as a test for the camera functions on the new iPhone 11 Pro Max. I think part of the reason why I haven't done videos. Everything else I have has really lousy video quality. It's set at 1080p at 60 frames a second. We crossed the river into tunnel 24. Now we'll get to the real meat and potatoes of this thing. Actually, this scene's probably about 95% finished. Got some details to add, a little weathering to do. It's 3G's lumber here in the center. Loading dock, wood chip loader. The mill was actually a little off-site. I actually trucked everything in to be loaded up. The tunnel has a full-length wood liner, but first 3 inches or so are permanent, and there's a removable liner in the middle. All the pine trees are all sizzle rope fiber and florist wire. And deciduous trees are all super trees, which I found the super leaf material to be very, very coarse for N scale, so I actually took and threw mine in a coffee grinder and grinded it up real small. Looks a lot better, I think. It's a 3G's lumber mill complex, so all the buildings and docks and chip bin, wood chip loader, all scratch built. Track work in there is all hand laid code 40. And the 80s train found its way back around. Train goes under Highway 20 and through the backdrop back into staging. The overpass is all scratch built out of styrene. Backdrop's all hand painted with acrylics. About 30 hours of work into there. Not quite as impressive as some of these photo backdrops, but I really like the artistic value of it. Yeah. Rand's Oregon. Car card boxes. So I have my UR91 over here, that way I'm not standing anywhere in the room, I'm not standing in front of it. Staging yard's pretty well the same other than the fascia being added, except I did add one feature to it, which might have been in there beforehand, but I have lights. Added lighting, they're just e-socket flashlight bulbs. Car card boxes, the set that's down lower is for the staging yard, and everything else is for the upper deck. One more set of lights over here. Decided to do 2 separate circuits because that's a section joint right there. Layout comes apart into 3 sections for whenever I do need to move. Won't have to worry about tearing anything up.